In New York today, new video of Wendy Williams with the NYPD at her side.
Wendy, how you feeling today? I know you said that you needed help.
Oh my gosh, y'all have to hear this. So apparently Wendy Williams is finally speaking up and spilling all the tea. And honestly, it is wild. They really thought they could keep her down and quiet, but nope, Wendy is coming back swinging and telling everyone what really happened. So the word is, they actually made her sick on purpose, just to control her and take her money. Like, can you believe that for months, she was apparently filled with all these heavy substances till her body just started failing, and her poor son tried warning everyone before, but nobody listened. They thought he was after her cash when he was really just trying to protect her. And it gets even messier because people are now dragging her guardian Sabrina Morsi, because before Sabrina became her guardian, Wendy was actually doing okay. But the second Sabrina stepped in, everything went downhill, and she even cooked up this whole fake story that Wendy was permanently incapacitated when she really wasn't, and tons of people noticed that just weeks before Wendy was getting better. So how does she suddenly go from improving to totally incapable? Like, girl, please be real. And on top of that, Wendy accused Sabrina of stealing from her, and her son Kevin Jr. even said the doctor told them Wendy's dementia was caused by alcohol. But instead of keeping her away from it, Sabrina was allegedly still giving her alcohol. Like, how do you call that looking out for someone?
The guardian has not done a good job of protecting my mom. As long as she has people around who are yes people, I know that she's not getting the help that she needs or getting afraid that she could die.
I got so much money. I want it for my son.
And to make it worse, the family couldn't see Wendy at all during all this. Like, she was completely under Sabrina's control, and her health seemed to be the last thing on her mind. So honestly, it looks like Wendy is finally exposing everything, and people are gonna be shook about how deep this goes and how shady the people around her really were. Okay, so get this, y'all. So Sabrina was out here saying Wendy was permanently incapacitated, and Kevin was not having it at all. He was calling her out, saying she made the whole thing up, and even left a comment on the Shade Room about it. And you know, he was telling the truth, because not long after, Wendy was seen out and about at a holistic store in New Jersey, walking all on her own, and even stopping to take a pic with an employee. She went with Kevin, and the employee said Wendy was definitely not incapacitated. And later, she was seen hanging with her fans, looking totally fine, like there was nothing wrong with her at all.
How you doing, Wendy Williams? How you doing, baby? You look good.
Yo, y'all, Wendy has been trying to get out of that guardianship, but the people in charge ain't letting her go, and folks are saying her situation is kinda like Britney Spears or Kanye West. Like, they are keeping her sick on purpose. And if you remember, Britney said her family gave her all that lithium and then acted like she was crazy. So it's looking like Wendy is getting the same treatment.
I would honestly like to sue my family, to be totally honest with you. I also would like to be able to share my story with the world and what they did to me, instead of it being a hush-hush secret to benefit all of them. I want to be able to be heard on what they did to me. By making me keep this in for so long is not good for my heart. I've been so angry and I cry every day. It concerns me. I'm told I'm not allowed to expose the people who did this to me. For my sanity, I need you, to the judge, to approve me do an interview where I can be heard on what they did to me. And actually, I have the right to use my voice and take up for myself. My attorney says I can't, it's not good. I can't let the public know anything they did to me, and by not saying anything is saying it's okay. I don't know what I said here. It's not okay. I don't want to interview. I'd much rather just have an open call to you for the press to hear, which I didn't know today we're doing.
And is, look, they tried to medicate me. I was exhausted. They wrongly diagnosed me. And they when I asked them, how much lithium did you want to put me on exactly? It took them 4 days to answer because they were embarrassed about the amount, right? And I refused to take this, right? You understand that if I had taken the medication, I would not be here, and it would have been, oh, he was deeply troubled. We miss him. We love his music, though.
Well, they would have Britney Spears too. I mean, look.
They would have Michael Jackson.
or worse, yeah.
So look at what they did. Look at what they did to Britney. When she went in, she was tired, she was exhausted, she was in a bad way. But 10 years of that medication wrecked her brain. You can see it now. You can.
And y'all won't believe this. Kanye also said they did the same thing to him, trying to make him look unstable, even though he was totally fine. All right, so y'all people think Diddy might be behind Wendy's mess. And it kind of makes sense, because years ago, she got on radio and talked about getting pics of him on vacation in Mexico with a man doing some crazy stuff, and that's when they started beefing.
About Wendy Williams, she got fired from Hot 97 because she had a picture of Puffy. So if you don't mind, give me the story from your point of view, and what was in the picture?
We were in Cancun. For whatever reason, dude was playing with Puff. He went behind him and grabbed his trunks and pulled them down. Some girls was taking pictures. They took that picture and emailed it back to Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams said she had him in a compromising position and like he was gay, something like that. She was gonna put it out. Wendy had shown people that email. Puff told Hot 97 if they didn't get rid of her before he got back in New York, that they was not gonna get any music from any of his friends, any of the record labels executives that was cool with him. Everybody was gonna boycott their station. We was out in LA for about 3 days before we landed back in New York. Wendy Williams was in the radio station in Philly. She was fine.
He come from a very homosexual era of hip hop as well. There was a radio personality once upon a time. Her name was Wendy Williams, and she was practically burned at the stake for talking about such. And now it's all come full circle. There were many situations, none of which to talk about, but there were many situations back in the day in my career, and it's all coming full circle.
And y'all won't believe this Diddy even supposedly sent people to attack Wendy at her job.
Remember, I got off the air one day and them total bitches were downstairs waiting, and everybody upstairs at the radio station was looking down, egging it on, waiting for something to go down. I wasn't yet married. My knight in shining armor screeched up in his car just out of nowhere. I didn't even know what was about to happen. I'm standing in the door like, what? And I'm literally about to go through. Now, I'm not like, what, let's fight, because I'm not one of those type of broads. And plus, there was 3 of them. The little Chinese man that drove the van, they were coming. There was no security or anything. It was just them 3 fighting broads. And me. And my coworkers that shot standing upstairs trying to look down to see it all jump off. They all knew. When I said goodnight to everybody's pressed up against the window. I didn't even walk or bother asking, what are you all looking for? Because when the clock strikes, it's time to go. It is time to go. I didn't get a chance to hit the sidewalk before I knew it, out of nowhere. And there's a whole bunch of rah-rah going on outside, and I'm still trying to figure out what the hell is going on. And I send Cower and Skell out on the sidewalk, and he comes back in and says, it's total outside. And they were about to set...
So check this out, y'all back. When 19-year-old Shine got blamed for that club shooting, Wendy was the only one brave enough to speak up and say Diddy and J-Lo needed more investigation. And she even kept calling out all the shady stuff Diddy was doing. And later, they acted like everything was resolved. Or at least that's what Diddy wanted everyone to think. So of course, he would be the last person anyone suspects if anything ever happened to Wendy.
Fast and got into the waiting SUV. It wasn't until he got into the truck that he realized that he left Jennifer behind, along with his bodyguard, Anthony Wolf. He just ran. Forget it. That's a true sign of an itch bag, by the way. Leaving as well.
I thought it was an unk pay.
Well, eventually, Jennifer and Wolf made their way to the SUV without Puffy. Right. They ran 11 lights to elude the cops. Supposedly it was Puffy, although people are saying they saw a female hand tossing the window. And then when the cops stopped them, they found a second, of course, in the car. Right. All 4 of the occupants, the driver, the bodyguard, Puffy and Jennifer, were handcuffed and taken down to the precinct. And eventually, Puffy and his bodyguard, Wolf, were overheard talking about their plot to bribe the driver to take the rap for the... And Puffy was overheard saying, and I quote, because the prosecutor said this, I can't go to jail, I'm Puff Daddy.
He was arrested with a deadly weapon. And
he wants Cassie back. Oh, it's been all over social media. Puffy posted a picture of Michael Jackson's song, Lady in My Life. and quote, if anyone sees Cassie this weekend, please tell her to listen to this song 100 times. I suggest don't use social media, though, to reach out. I think this is a grand overture from Puffy. I don't believe he really wants her back. I believe he probably treated her at some particular point like a possession, like a possession. And if you really care, then you'd reach out privately, not publicly.
Real bad blood.
The worst blood.
The worst blood. You almost wanted to run you out of New York at one point, right? Well, not run, like push you out of New York at one point. Oh, he had you ran out. You give him full credit for that? Okay, cool. He had you ran out of New York.
So, y'all won't believe this. Wendy was in an interview with Diddy, and out of nowhere, he started talking about her son, and you could tell she got super nervous, and people are saying he was low-key trying to scare her to keep her from digging into his stuff. And y'all, after, it came out that Wendy was dealing with those serious brain illnesses. People couldn't stop speculating if Diddy had a hand in what happened to her. Oh, y'all, you won't believe this. Even with all the health problems Wendy has been facing, she still found a way to let everyone know how thrilled she was to see Diddy behind bars. And you can only imagine how frustrated she was when she found out he was only getting 4 years. She even posted on Instagram talking about how wild it was that so many people told her she called it, and how horrible it was to watch Cassie getting hurt. And she kept pointing out how many more women could be affected. And even though everything that happened was enough to take away her freedom, Wendy's mouth is still loud as ever, and she's not holding back, letting people know exactly how she feels.
I must say it's been a long time coming.
Yeah.
And I want to just tell you how proud I am of you. Because I don't think you get enough credit for being the first one to really cover our culture, hip-hop culture, and also hip-hop celebrities shedding light on our culture and our people, and thank you very much.
Thank you.
Even if it means doing it from a facility. And of course, people online had all kinds of thoughts, with some saying she needs to sue the bank and everyone involved because no bank should ever be allowed to put someone under guardianship, and others saying they hope she gets freed and sues every single person who held her hostage and stole her money. And honestly, it makes you stop and wonder, how many people really benefit from keeping someone like Wendy under control? And how deep does this mess go? And now, I really want to know what y'all think about Wendy allegedly being drugged into an illness. And do you think her guardian really had a hand in all this drama?
As the mother of a now 16-year-old.
Who I met backstage, he did? He's a great young man.
Oh, thank you. You represent a lot.
All right, y'all. If you love all this tea and want the real inside scoop, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join the crew over at Taylor Tells All, so you never miss any juicy updates, and drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's chat about all the drama together.